to me like, I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down. I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down.
Hey y'all, it's Caitlin, pronouns she, her. Today we are tackling probably, honestly, one of the biggest collections that I have, and that's my Power Ranger collection. So originally, it was the top, then this, and then, well, no, it actually just stopped there. It was these 3 full shells plus the top. Now, this is all sorts of mess, and you see Pokemon stuff. Basically, what happened was, and you can see some things are like completely upside down. What happened here was, we had some pipes, or a pipe, that needed to be replaced. And I think it was this row of tiles that he had to take out to replace it, or that one or the other. And so I had to move all this stuff back. I had to move that stuff too, but that was easy to put back. But I never finished putting all the Power Ranger stuff back because I wanted to rearrange it anyway. And that's why some of this stuff is upside down. It literally just got knocked over as I was trying to get everything off the top. So instead of doing this the way I've done these other shelves so far, where I'm like, this is this thing, let's put it here. There's too much stuff here to do that with. So I'm basically just going to go through the process. We've done a video like this once in the past. So basically, this is that. First thing I'm going to do is take all these little ones and all of these loose action figures. So anything like an action figure or anything like little and stagnant like this is going into a box. For now, this is the stuff that was left off the shelf already. But all of this is going in here, and we're going to rearrange the big stuff and decide which of these little stuff gets put in display cases. So that's the first step. Okay, so just finished up one case of these, mainly these old PVC figures, mainly of these back here. The Lightspeed Rescue ones are actually old cake toppers that I got at a con, and then some random blind bag stuff, some micro machines, and I honestly don't know where some of these others came from. That one's a knockoff Lego by Hasbro. But I was able to leave a little bit of blank space. And this one, you can see, is one that's fully flat of these Daiso display cases. So I figured I could get them all clustered together a little bit more. But I feel like on the shelf you can still see pretty much everything that's in there. We got Bulk and Skull, and then all the rest of them are Rangers except for Alpha over here. Alright, and here is the second little display. So I got the pint-sized heroes and the villains to the set I was working with yesterday with the Rangers. I'm not sure where this set in the back came from. I know where I got it. I got it at a con a couple years ago. But I don't know like what like set these are from, like what, like it was a play set or whatever. But I know I'm missing Kim, so I left a spot there for if I ever find the Pink Ranger. But all of these are here. I didn't really squeeze in the White Ranger Tommy, so I just stuck him on top of Zordon. And the little pint-sized hero of Goldar is back there. But very happy to get these little guys in here and secured down. They're all glue dotted down. So not only are they protected from dust from now on, but they'll stop falling off the freaking shelf every time I move something around. Okay, so I'm deciding what, I still have some of the loose figures up there at the top. I wanted to deal with the little bitty ones first. But I'm deciding on if there's anything that I don't want to keep. And honestly, it's not much. The only real thing I want to get rid of are these Funko Hero World figures. So I have this 5-pack. I have the White Ranger double pack, and then I have the Green Ranger over there as well pack. They're not, unfortunately, these just, yeah, they're not well glued, and that's more Funko's bad than it is mine. I don't know, I actually haven't picked this up. This looks fairly sturdy. I don't know about the other one, but I think those, they're bulky. They're hard to display. I don't necessarily love the style of them. It was something that Funko tried for like a hot minute, and it just did not work out. So I think I'm going to put those to the side and focus on everything else. What I would like to try to do is get all the loose figures on one shelf like this one. I don't know if that's going to be possible. All the normal sized ones anyway. Like move all the Zords and just put the standard size figures. I don't know if that's going to work or not. But we're going to start with the bigger stuff though. Quite literally just recording this part so I can see up there to see if there's anything else other than the Ninjor. Unfortunately, the Saba sword doesn't really fit on these shelves, at least I don't think it does, so it kind of has to stay up there. But it looks like I got all the loose ones down. I also have a bit of a decision to make. I think I'm going to get rid of the Dino Charge Purple Ranger too. I'm just putting them in a little pile for now. But I have the Legacy Morpher, but I also, I can do this without toppling anything over, have the Lightning Morpher. You can see it here. So I think I like this one a lot better, the packaging. So I think I'm going to keep this one and set this one over here to the side as well. I think this is the cheaper one of the two. Yeah, this is Hasbro's. So yeah, this is the cheaper one of the two, but again, the other one just looks a lot better. So, oh, I forgot. I still have my Psycho Rangers too. The Psycho Rangers are the only thing that aren't on the Power Ranger shelf that need to be. So I'm going to have to remember to do that. Okay, so here's my idea for the bottom two shelves, okay? So I have all my remaining Funko Pops back here, right? And this is the Mega Bloks version, the Hasbro, or no, Mattel version, sorry. Mattel version of Lego when they made the Megazord. So this is, I forget what year this came out. It's been a long time. This was back when Mega Bloks was really first becoming like a big thing. I did dust it. It needs, definitely needs some more. This piece up here is rubber. So it's, the helmet is, so it's collected dust a lot more. It needs to be a wet cloth. But Lego itself is supposed to be coming out with their own version. By the way, this one only came with the Red Ranger. The pink and green one actually came from blind bags that they made back in the day. So my thought process is to put it down here with the Pops, and then when I get the Lego version, put it on that side, and then I have a Red Ranger statue up there that I'm going to put down here. I don't know what I need to put in that little bitty spot yet, because it can't be something too tall. Huh. I'm not sure. I also decorated the top. I'll show you that in a minute. But maybe, I think that's even too tall. No, okay, it's not. But I think it's too little to put there. Like, this is something like super skinny. I could just fit it nearly anywhere. So I'll figure that out later. As for the full size Zords that I own, I never put this in a full video. I was going to, but I just never got around to it. So this is the Animus that I got in exchange for some of my Pops when I sold them. Absolutely beautiful. This is the only Zord that is also a character, at least in Wild Force. I'm pretty sure one of the few. I can't remember if the guy from Operation Overdrive is considered a Zord or not. But it's absolutely stunning. I love like the pearlescent that they used for it. It's so beautiful. And of course I have the Predazord. I did have a video on him. So I want to put them kind of in each corner. And then this is the only OG Megazord I have. It's not fully complete. I bought it at a con years and years ago. But yeah, it's the only one that I have fully complete. So I never seen them up close before. I can't believe how much taller it is. If it wasn't for Animus's horns. That's kind of cool. Now, technically, I do have the Megafor, or the Mystic Force Megazord. I would just have to put it together. I have each individual Zord. I would have to put it together. And honestly, I don't want to do that. I'm thinking just putting all the Zords, or trying to, on this. We're going to do that right now and see where we go. So we have the green Mystic Force Megazord, or Zord rather. We have the blue We have the yellow. I might have to lift his wings up a little bit. Nope, okay, he's good. Where's red? Here's red. And then we have the little bitty pink one. So let's actually put her up here so you can actually freaking see her. And now, the only wild Zords I have that are full size that aren't part of those Megazords is the Ape Zord and the Eagle Zord. Might switch these together. I'm trying to mix the colors up too, so yeah, it's not all on one side. I see some dust flying around because I just took the thing to it. But okay, so now what I have is a bunch of the action figure sized well, the wings came off here. The action figure sized wild Megazords. So I actually have both versions of the Isis Zord here. I forget what the actual names of each one is, but one of them's the Isis Zord, one of them's the other. Then we have the regular Wild Force and the Conga Zord. We also have the Thunderbird from Mighty Morphin. So again, I'm just gonna try to sit them kind of all around here and just have this as pretty much the Megazord shelf, because this can again morph into the Conga Zord. Like if I wanted to, I could take all the Mystic Force Zords and make the Mystic Force Megazord. And maybe one day, if I get the Black Bear, Polar Bear, and Bison, I can make the Conga Zord, or the Bison Eagle. I have the Eagle, the Lion, the Shark, and the Tiger. I can make this one, the regular Wild Force Zord. Alright, I had to finagle something. I had to move the Eagle Zord over, make room for the Firebird, and then I put the other Isis one. This one's missing its wings, unfortunately. But there we go. And again, I'm going to move that statue lower to in the middle, and then whenever we get the Lego, I'm going to put him on that side. Hopefully it's not too much bigger or, you know, otherwise differently proportioned than this one is. Although, Mega Blocks, using these gigantic freaking blocks back in the day. There we go. I don't know why the light keeps going in and out, but whatever. I did put the Magnum Defender back there for now. I think I got him in like a lot or something, but I don't have any other Lost Galaxy Rangers or anything. So he's just going to go back there and hang out by himself. But then I have the Red Ranger statue that's Diamond Select. So there we go. I think I'm going to stop for now. I will show you guys what I did with the top. But for right now, this is what these two shelves are looking like. And I need to go grab the Psychic, or the Psycho Rangers as well. There's what the top looks like. I put Saba back in his place. I got my Loungefly up there. I got the Zordon from, I think that's a Play School figure. Got the Morpher. I decided to keep the Shot Glass set, because why not? I got the full pack of Power Ranger trading cards, so you can kind of tell what it is now, along with a loose pack. I don't know if that's the exact same cards that are in there, but it's the sealed pack that I have. And then the Morpher from the newest movie, because I don't know what else to do with it. So that's how we're gonna leave it for now. The video's not done. I'm just coming back to this hot mess tomorrow. Okay, so I grabbed the Psycho Rangers. These are villain Rangers from In Space era, and this is just how I've chosen to display them. I took the front of the packaging off, but beyond that, I haven't touched any of these figures. They're still all of them very secure in the packaging. And it fits perfectly on this little second shelf, technically, in this little bookcase. So that's honestly kind of perfect. So I think what I'm going to do with this one is put the larger action figure, these still need to be dusted, the larger figures here, and maybe even like my little geeky tiki thing here. Yeah, something like that. I understand some of them will probably be covered up. That's okay. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay, so here's what I landed on for this shelf for now. Again, Psycho Rangers in the back, the larger ones. I got the 2 bikes that I have from Wild Force here. I got one of Ivan Ooze's Zords, and I put Lord Zed back there. I would still like to get a full set of the larger old school figures. I know they're coming out with newer ones that are going to emulate these. I want the old school ones. But we'll see how far that gets. Because it just takes me stumbling up on them at the right time. So, what I think is going to end up happening is I'm going to try to make all these shelves look good. Then I'm going to end up having to put all of the loose action figures and stuff just scattered around. We'll see. I also have these 2 walkie-talkies from Wild Force. I have the red and the blue. There is a black one. They made 2 sets, one with red and blue and one with red and black. So I'm missing black. So I just put them on either side of the Funko Megazord with all the signatures on it for now. So I think I want to tackle this shelf next. I think I'm going to put the Geeky Tiki up here with some of this other larger stuff. That's also where this is going to end up going, like right up front here. Let me get the morpher out so I can see it later. In fact, the morpher can actually go right here for now. I'll test it in a second. But I'm going to work on this one. I'm going to put the cases that we put together before up here and rearrange some of these loose action figures and see how far we get. Again, this is where I'm going to stop for the night. I do all these videos past 10 p.m. So anyway, we have this one again. I did add a few more here that, fit. And I put those 2 cases back there. I put one of the McDonald's from Mighty Morphin and the other one. I don't have any of the others. And then I tried to put mainly my Wild Force figures all together. We have the Falcon Summoner from Wild Force. We do have Ninjor from Mighty Morphin back there. And what's his name? What is your name? He's from Mystic Force, but I can't remember his name. But I have Ninjax from Wild Force. I have all those put together. And so I'm going to need to find a home for the rest of these little ones, which shouldn't be that big of an issue. I could put some of them right on that bottom shelf underneath the, or in front of the, my brain is fried tonight, the Mega Blocks and the statue, and then put a few more up here if need be. But tomorrow we'll tackle this top one. There's not that much stuff left. Okay, I just went ahead and rearranged this. So in the back is my Toys R Us exclusive black and gold Megazord. I'm sure you've seen it a little bit better throughout this video. I put it in quotes because it was also supposed to be the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. But they just reprinted it and put Toys R Us on it. Stupid. But I have my Geeky Tiki. I have my Hikari Megazord back there. I have the only 3 morphers I own, which is the regular, or technically this is the Red Rangers, Mystic Force, Daggeron's Solar Knight from Mystic Force, and then Merrick's Lunar Wolf morpher as well. And I just finished putting all the rest, and obviously the helmet collection here, the Legacy. I just finished putting all the other, like, action figures around here somewhere. I do have this little bitty Red Ranger from Wild Force that I just actually works perfectly because he can't stand on his own. So hooking him in his Falcon Summoner honestly kind of works perfectly. And then up here I do have the 2 figures that I've custom made before, or custom painted anyway. I have the yellow Lightspeed Rescue Ranger and the Cat Ranger from SPD. So yeah, I think it looks good. So there's still, I could put more stuff here if I needed to, like I did before, because it expanded both ways before. But up there is the top, and then we have the technically the first shelf. The second, I love that I can see all the Psycho Rangers now, and they're with, the rest of the Power Ranger collection. Oh, I did find these 2 smaller ones at the bottom of that stuff. So it technically needs to be in this one, but I'm not gonna mess with it and knock the rest of these off right after I did it. So after I get a few of these, then we'll try to fit it in there. But there is the next shelf down. I need to move him so he's kind of, there we go. Got the two there kind of going. They don't go together. One's Mighty Morphin, one's Mystic Force, but you know, it works. Then we have Zords. And then we have the Funko and the Lego and the statue right there. So, or what will be Lego. It's Mega Bloks right now. But yeah, this is pretty much it. And there is still room for expansion, you know. Obviously, I don't have these clustered as much together as I did previously. Like, there's still blank spots so I can find some more loose figures and put there. So I'm happy. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. And like always, it's a community, not a competition. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.